Well, I'll start with the person, because if you don't bring a good person into the club, it's noticeable immediately. And so he's integrated himself off the field in a very quick way. Humble player, humble person that is integrated with the core group of the guys. As I said, in a really good way. On the field, it's noticeable right away that he has played at a good level. He has an intelligence about the game and an understanding of the game that it takes 5 minutes to realize. Technically, he's good, but like any seasoned veteran that it comes to this league, no matter what kind of experience you have, there's an adaptation process. And so added to that, he hasn't been with us in preseason, so we're going to have to accelerate that, and that's going to be a two-way street, both from us integrating him and him getting comfortable with the style of play in the league and the style of play of the team. And so we're excited about what he's done off the field already, and we're interested to see more in what he's done on the field in a short amount of time with us.
How comfortable do you feel with him playing positions other than striker? I mean, I know in everyone's head they look at Dayon and you acquire a striker, and everyone thinks, how do you get them both on the field at the same time if you can? So, like, I think maybe that's kind of the question of, like, can he play as a wing? Can he do other of those things? Have you seen that at all?
I think what we're learning about him is where on the field in terms of space does he really like to operate. Some players prefer, the right side of the field because they're left-footed, they like to come in, and vice versa. Right-footed players sometimes like to come inside, and they like to prefer, the left side of the field. And so we're understanding now, right, where he likes to operate. There's no doubt, put him in front of goal and he can hit the target. He has those instincts, but I think there is versatility in his game. But there's also versatility in our team in that we're not just a one-striker system, 90 minutes, 34 games a year. So we'd like to explore that, and part of that is the player characteristics, and I think he does give us some versatility.
This matchup this weekend, it's what's happened with the Galaxy is you've been around the league long enough, I guess, to maybe not be stunned by a team winning the league and then, being where they are right now. But I'm kind of curious what you make of it, and how you approach a team like this when they're going through what they are right now.
Well, I would say two things. Number one, anytime you play LA, and I've had the good fortune over the years to understand their history from afar, and it's top in the league, and so you have to respect that first and foremost. They have great players. A lot of their players lifted a trophy not long ago, and so they do know how to win. They're well coached, and anytime you play a team like that, of that stature historically, it's a big occasion. And so I would expect that not just myself and the staff, but the players will understand that and realize that. As far as this year is concerned, it's very difficult for me to assess what is going on over there. What I can say is that whether it's LA Galaxy or Cincinnati that we just played, our approach of who we are and how we go about our business is first and foremost. So that is the external noise, the opponent that we're playing, and we try to focus on the here and now and what can we do today to get better as a group and have more clarity in how we want to play as a team. And that's the pursuit of the week. It's the pursuit of the game on Sunday. And when all the dust is settled after that game, we're going to evaluate the performance. And I know results at the end of the day are the ultimate evaluation of whether your team is good or bad externally. And I feel it, we feel it, but we're not led by that. We're led on getting better as a team, because if you take that approach, at the end of the day, the score will take care of itself.
You always hear players talk about the emotions of playing against your former team. So how do you manage a guy who's going to be playing against his former team? Do you talk to him about it at all, or what? I guess what's your approach there? What do you expect from Dayon in that situation?
Well, at this point, I haven't mentioned it to him because I think he is so determined as a person and a player to be the best version of himself and to give the best quality he can game in and game out. I haven't seen his emotional level drop or go higher, whether it's a training, whether it's a game, a card game, whether it's a 90-minute game and he's in front of goal. Like he conducts himself with such determination. I don't know if it can get higher because of the occasion. I think if he's just at that level, that will speak for itself, and that's good enough, especially if we get the best version of him.
I come here to ask the really hard-hitting questions, too, and Sunday is May the 4th be with you. It's Star Wars Day, and there's going to be, like, people dressed in Star Wars outfits and everything at the game. So if you were to compare yourself to one Star Wars character in the history of the universe, or maybe your favorite Star Wars character, who would it be?
Those are the hard-hitting questions. Someone had recommended that I go as Darth Vader, but anyone that knows me will know that I am definitely not Darth Vader. Tough question. I mean, it goes to Stormtroopers, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. Chewbacca's a little bit too soft and sensitive and furry, so I'm gonna have to go with maybe a C-3PO. That's a net neutral, isn't it?
Chewbacca being soft is a hot take. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Good question.
Thank you.
Who would Dayon be?
Ooh, Yoda.
I'm not sure if I can follow this up now. On the field, what do you expect from the Galaxy, though? I mean, they're struggling to get results. That can be sometimes one of the most dangerous teams to play. They're starting to show some signs. What do you expect from them?
Just what we've seen over the years from them. The results at the end of the day are the results, but they're a very good possession team. I had alluded that they're very well coached. They have an idea of how they want to play. They have a style. They have players. And so you have to play a complete game, regardless of what the results have come before. You have to play a complete game in every roll of the ball to give yourselves a chance to win. But this league with such parity from top to bottom, the any given Sunday, adage is true in our league. Anybody can beat anybody. And if you let your guard down or you pause for a moment and you don't have a forward-thinking approach, you will be exposed. And you might not lose the game, you might tie the game, you might win the game, but you will be exposed and you will suffer for the result. And so I expect a very competitive team, even in recent weeks. They're going. They haven't gotten the result yet, but they're going. And we have to be the best versions of ourselves to put ourselves in a position to get what we want.
Kerry, you've been in this interim role now for about a month. Has it been about what you thought it might be? What has been the biggest challenges you feel like you faced so far in these first 30, 31 days? What is it?
Excuse me, I've probably slept less in recent weeks than I ever have outside of the birth of my daughter. But I have more energy and determination and optimism for the club than I've ever had before. And so to answer your question, is it what I expected? The coaching aspect is what I've prepared for, and I'm ready for that. All of the other pieces of how the club has come together and the people have been so open and selfless and determined to improve this club, I won't say it's surprising, it's rewarding. And so it's been a heck of a ride for the last 4 weeks. And not just myself, but collectively, we want to enjoy this moment, this game coming up, and see after that if we can get even better.